Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is August 4th of 2025. It's Monday. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 25 degrees Celsius, about 8:15 p.m. in the evening. And no, I didn't wind up Mr. Clock. I forgot all about him again. Sorry, Mr. Clock. I'll wind you up a little later. I gotta wait till he catches up to the time of 1:15. So today we're gonna do our 2023 geranium. That's the last time I repotted this geranium. And I wrote this in, I don't know if it's, I think it was a silver marker. And it just wore off. Yep, it was silver. And there you could see the date on there. 9/17 of 2023. So, let's put this here. We're going to have to make another tag for it. So here's our geranium. And you can see the nice trunk that's being developed on it. It's like a twin trunk, triple trunk. So the first thing I'm going to do is we got to cut it back so I can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to cut it back to here. We're going to use our chicken grit mix 50-50. I got number 2 and number 1 in it because I ran out of stuff. But that's all right. Will these grow again? They probably will. But I'm just going to cut it back. This one I don't need. See, this one's growing out of the main trunk. So I'm going to take this one off to here. And this one, let's take these dead branches off. There was a lot of weeds in here, so I did a lot of weeding. Let's take all these stones out of here. Put these on the side, the pumpkins on the side because we're getting ready for fall. Yep, the days are winding down fast. Pretty soon Christmas. Pretty soon winter. We're going to cut this back because it'll come back. But I just want to take this one. Let's see what we're going to do. We got to look at this side first. I'm going to take this off of here. Because then, and then I've said it again. There's our cut here, so we're going to have a branch coming out this way. We can leave this one coming out. Take this dead one off over here. You can see what I'm doing. We're going to take some of this dead flower buds off, like so. And this one here, I got a growth coming out over here, so I'm just going to cut above that. Let that harden off. Take these yellowing leaves off. Just like that. Now comes the good part. Where is my fork? I had to use my fork to pull the weeds, almost like a dandelion rake. So, before we start, I got my house up there. I was thinking about that. Let me get my old potting mix cover off, because we're going to have to take this all out easily. That's what these steak forks come out real good. I don't know why that thing fell. It's got a massive root system here. Throw everything in the water. I wonder it didn't come off. I had this screen on there, which is good. We're going to use it. Well, I have to clean it first. I think I'll just put some unmilled sphagnum moss there. So I'll put this on the side here. Take all the soil out. You can see how the roots all attached to the pot. I got real nice big holes in here for drainage. And as you can see, after I clean that all off, this is just a pot I bought at Dollar Tree. Well, back in 2023, it was only $1. And I just put some birds on there to use it as a front, and I glued it on. So that worked out pretty good. So let's take these roots out of here. Put this old soil in there. Yeah, I know it's still a mess, but I gotta get cracking because I have to really get everything ready for the winter time. Fall is approaching us fast. Like they say on the old Superman commercials, faster than a speeding bullet. That's how fall is approaching. So, we'll just take our root rake here, and we'll gently tease the roots on this. I think those other roots were from the weeds. So this will grow. We'll just leave most of the root on there. I got a dead piece over here. We'll take our needle nose from ironwood. I love these needle nose. They get into tight spaces. And you can see the trunk. It's got a nice trunk on it. It's a triple trunk. Why not? Why not? Who says it has to be single? Who says it has to be double? You're the creator. You're the one that's making it. So, go for it. Say, Tom, you should have wet the moss first. Well, you never know what you get inside. I'm just going to sprinkle it real good. And once I water, it'll absorb the water also. It'll also block up the drainage, it'll cover the drainage holes to keep the mix from falling out. Yeah, we got flies coming in. I don't know where they come in from. So let's get that all pressed in. Well, there's our front right there, so I gotta remember that. Let's get our 50-50 mix, because I ran out of number 2, so I had to put in number 1 also, with a cherry red. So, away we go. You can see how nice that mix looks. And that'll hold in the geranium real nice. And I gotta do the fish tanks. I got 10 fish tanks to clean. I gotta clean the pond filter yet. A lot of work. Lots of work. Now, before I do anything, get a little bit of Dr. Earthen put in there to get this one to grow some more for the summertime, to give it strength for the winter to overwinter in the basement. And we'll get Whitey over here. That's all right. That's good. Just like that. You say, "Con, that's a lot of fertilizer." Well, it's organic. That's a 463. That's got both endo and ectobacteria in it from Dr. Earth, because they give you the back of all the endo and ectobacteria in there. And now we're going to work this into the soil real good. Just in and out, in and out. good watering. Oh, I think we got to get Mr. Elephant on this. He says hello to all the kiddies out there. The kids are watching with you, Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa, aunts, uncles, babysitters. Hope I got everybody. And then you can just take a cup like this. You got arthritis, and just get the soil in there. Now, we got to think of what's going to be our front. So, this part here, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is brush it off. And then I'll put some lipstick on there when they dry a little bit. So we can put this, I'm going to leave the roots out like that. I'm going to put this off to the side, I think. I think it'll look better that way. Then we can put our little house in there. So let's lay it down. Get a big mix of our chicken grit. And I'm going to say, people that use perlite, it's lighter and easier to use. What I found with the chicken grit, once you put it down there, the tree stands up. It's heavy enough to hold it into the soil so you can work. Just going to get that in. There's not a lot of roots in there to work in the chopstick, so the water will water it in real nice. We're just having it grow off to the trail like a tree planted in the forest. Now this one's coming out this way, so I think we'll cut that one off. Cut it off right about here. There. And we'll try to root this one. We'll see if we can get something to root out of there. I know that was going to be looking good, but you know, like this, I think it's a little better. But we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Get Mr. Elephant to water it in a little bit. Maintaining our front there. You can see how nice it holds the tree in. And then those with you with arthritis, just like that. Yeah, my shoulder's a lot better today. Heavier, but it works. Look at that. You don't have to hold it in. You don't have to put a rock in there. It's in there good. So let's get a little more, but I'll use my smaller cup. Well, no, I'll use my big cup and then use Mr. Spoon. Mosquitoes invading the territory. We'll get our little house and put it off to the side here. Little mosquito there, I don't know. They're coming through every place. It's skeeter season with all the rain and all the heat. I'm draining any puddles of water I have. Keep them out of here. We're just going to get that in. Just like that. Make your, you know, it doesn't have to be always in the middle. Keep it off to the side. The roots will grow. You're the creator. You're the one that's designing this. It's what you like. Not what I like, what they like, what anybody else's likes. It's what you like. It's your tree. It's your bonsai. You go from it. We're going to cover up that big long root there. It's nice and thick. So this should recover. So I'm going to leave it down here tonight so it can rest. And then, let's get this out of here. And this is growing, you know, the people that have the shale pits, it's almost like shale. Like a shale pit, but you got a little bit of gravel in there and everything. So we got the door here for the house. So what are we going to use? We're going to use our #1 chicken grit. Let's get Mr. Elephant to give it some more water. You can see no water's draining out yet because that moss is soaking it up, and then it'll let it drain. And the moss will help be like a therapeutic value for the house. Now it's starting to drain. Not for the house. Tom, you're not thinking this a long day. So, we got that going. Root rakes make nice forks for taking out your, stick forks make nice for dandelion pickers, let's say it that way. Pulling weeds, a weed puller. So we'll get Mr. Spoon, we'll wipe them off. And let's get our grit for our doorway. Oh no, that's a baby fly over there. Who fly, shoot fly, who fly, shoot fly, who fly, shoot fly, down. No, who fly, shoot fly. That's an old polka song. Okay, I'm showing it. I'm showing my age. I think that was Little Wally or Frankie Yankovic. I forgot who sang it. Well, they both probably sang it. Little path going out. Just like that. And then I've said it again. All them old songs are coming to my mind. You know, those were the days, my friend, when music was music. My dad used to play polka music every Sunday. Happy, snappy polka music. And this is our little, what do we got in here? 2 parts Coca-Cola, 1 part #1 red chicken grit, and 1 part coarse sand. So we're using that just as a base on the top here. Cover up the big chunks. And we'll see what it does. I'll have to put it into some shade till it recovers. Because with the hot sun, you don't want this to be overtaxed. And it's a geranium, so they'll grow. It's not a fast grower. Grandpa's doing good after that repot. He's not singing the blues anymore. No moss in here because I got to bring it in for winter time. Let's get that over here. Just like that. You know, tonight's comedy night, so we'll turn on some old-time radio shows like George Burns and Gracie Allen, and Jack Benny, Fibber McGee and Molly, Armis Brooks. There's a whole slew of good old-time radio comedy shows. There we go. This thing's solid in there. It's good. With all the drainage in there, these roots are going to grow good. And I think all them other roots were from the doggone weeds that were in there. I got a lot of weeds. I got a lot of forest I got to do yet. 4 winter sets in. We're not going to clip them. I think we'll just give them like a, take them out of their old pot and then repot them. Let's get our chicken grit out of here. There we go. Let's give it a little bit more of a watering. I think we're using up all the water on Mr. Elephant. We're going to have to give him another drink of water. and then we'll do the marker. Now we could put a couple of more stones in here. Maybe a stone over here into the soil. And another stone back here. And he's taking a walk and he's going to have to go looking for, let's put a couple of pumpkins in there, getting ready for fall. And so we can put a couple of pumpkins back here. Another one here. Pull out my fall box. I ran out of pumpkins almost. Another one over here. And what's fall without squirrels? Stocking up on nuts for the winter time. So, let me give you a close-up shot. That's the best I can do for a close-up. And there you have it. A nice geranium. And see, geraniums are easy for you to start. You're young, start with a geranium. Just go for it. A little bit of sand here, I'll just throw in with the other stuff. But then when this hardens off tomorrow morning, I'll just give it a dab of lipstick and we'll go from there. So you take care, everybody. Put on some old-time radio comedy shows. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening. Have a cup of tea, and if it's hot in your area, a glass of lemonade or a cold glass of carrot juice. Try celery juice, good for arthritis. You take care, everybody, and have a good night.